Hey, my loves, welcome to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment because I love to bump gums with you. Hope you enjoy. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Today, I am feeling so freaking hyped because my love for Housewives has been reignited.
Woohoo! Through
It's
OC?
back.
Through OC.
What about Jersey?
Not so much.
Okay.
I fell
I
asleep
mean-
watching it last night.
No, not asleep.
No, I had to rewatch it this morning. OC though.
OC great. Jersey,
OC's good.
I did watch while moving, so I was half paying attention, but I do have some notes.
You know what? Every franchise has gone through its ups and downs. Every single show on Bravo has gone through its ups and downs, right? Where like some seasons are like womp womp. But then you give it a second chance, third chance, fourth chance. What is it? 13 chance?
And we're
Two,
driving
30.
again.
No, but really, like I stick with the Housewives through thick and thin, baby. And it's hard because even if I don't mess with someone like on the show, I've met these women at BravoCon and whatnot, and I can't think of one housewife or Bravo celebrity who's been unkind to me. So it's hard talking about the shows because I'm like, if they listen or whoever's listening, which I know you motherfuckers send these Bravo celebrities clips in their DMs and then suddenly we're beefing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
That's a squirrel.
But I'm like, I'm strictly coming from a place of what's on television, but truly I have had nothing but positive experiences with most of the women who are on TV right now. I don't watch Dubai,
Okay.
but I was listening to a clip on Instagram of two T's with the new girl. I think her name's Taline. And I'm like, okay, maybe I could get on Dubai.
Let's try Dubai. Let's give it another. Why don't you watch it? It just doesn't hit for you like the others?
It's not that it doesn't hit for me. I haven't given it a chance. They're only on their second season. And I just, for some reason, it's hasn't been something I've put on.
Okay.
Would you be down if our friends were to tell us which episode to watch that we could dissect on Dubai?
Oh,
that would
could
be good.
fun.
Out of the two seasons.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like whatever one is like whoever they send in, we can dissect that one episode and we can watch it.
See
I'd
if
be down
it,
to do that.
If
See
it ignites us to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do have to say a note here at BravoCon, because I didn't watch Dubai, I looked over and I didn't necessarily know the table, but I looked over and I was like, who is that? That was the most stunning table I'd ever seen.
They're beyond
Can I
stunning.
tell you
Stunning.
the funniest story? This was not last BravoCon, but the BravoCon before.
They should start a BravoCon for
Bravo-
dudes who love Bravo.
BravoCon.
Easton.
Damn.
Did I
BravoCon.
hit something?
Freaking genius.
No, it is. All we need is like a bar for the dudes with like sports in the BravoCon area, and we would be watching sports, but as well as watching our women go, and then we would be a part of like the little voices.
How many?
Well, because there are some
BravoCon.
bros. There are some bros who
Can we start
love
that?
the Housewives.
I'm telling you.
But you guys, also a BravoCon, if more dudes showed up, there's a lot of like hot single women.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the Bravo. We might be onto something.
Hi.
We're gonna stop talking until we need something. But me and my mom, we're going to see her on panel. Lisa, I let her take the reins last time.
This
ever.
was the
First.
2 years ago.
Okay.
2
Yeah.
years ago. This was in New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
We walk up, Lisa, we're ready, and Dubai is just walking on. Beautiful, obviously, but yeah, that's the only interaction I've had with the Housewives of Dubai is thinking that you were gonna come out to panel and me and my sister or my mom just watching the Dubai, thinking
A bunch of ladies
my
they
sister.
don't even know.
You went to the wrong panel?
Oh yeah, and then we're dead center. So Lisa, I'm like, yo, let's go, and she's like, we look rude. I was like, I'm here for my sister. I don't care how I look. So I just got up and left.
You did?
Oh yeah, and she just was looking at me like, I can't do it. she did it.
I love her.
But yeah, that
love
was the
her.
only incident I've had with the Dubai. But I'd be down to watch it because they really are.
I don't
super
know
hot.
what
Very
you
hot.
did this morning, but you seem you have the greatest energy right now.
I almost
Very
fell asleep
alert.
in the car.
That is wild because we were both in the car being like, this could end pretty badly.
Really?
Probably maybe in a rollover.
Yeah,
because
I'm
we were
trying
so
to
tired.
find
You
whatever.
seem very awake, alert. Are you high or not high?
No.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Been waking up about 7:30 every morning, going on walks.
There we go.
saying.
There we go.
I'm on a new schedule.
Love this.
He is on a
Feeling
new
good.
schedule. Speaking of looks, if
Yeah.
I'm looking a little oily on camera, it's because I put on a bunch of oil. I have an event tonight.
What oil do you put on?
This one's a pumpkin seed oil
Okay, from
I just got it on Amazon.
amazing.
And so I'm just trying to hydrate the skin. I haven't put makeup on in a while and I've been outside.
Skin looks fab. What's the
And
event?
that-
Fabulous.
The event is Sutton's having an event at her store.
So fun.
Yeah.
Are you bringing a +1? I texted you that yesterday because they asked.
Just my bump.
Just your bump? Okay.
I'm gonna go with Sheena and Janet.
So fun.
I don't leave the house much.
Yeah.
You guys know that. Which I'll talk about my ache at the end. I need to remember like I'm 5 weeks away from giving birth. And
Wild.
you would think that I wasn't giving birth at all.
100%.
Yeah. Like when I almost crashed the car with my mother in it 14 times yesterday.
Why?
And then straight up sobbed because she was like, you seem out of it. And I was like, no one cares that I'm pregnant. I'm going to be giving birth in 5 weeks. Why am I driving this fucking car?
But
I
hey,
was
you never
losing
drive
it.
when I'm with you. You never drive. But I will say, Lisa comes up and she goes, "We need to baby her more." I thought,
No, that is true. That
I was
is
like,
true.
"What- Do I need to start picking her up to go everywhere?
Yes. Okay.
Easton, you literally,
All right, I'm
we had
getting a
these
wheelchair and
giant
we're going.
mirrors that we needed to pick up because I need to get the nursery looking like my baby's nursery. Right now, it's just this generic room. And I'll be damned if like my firstborn had this extravagant nursery and the second baby is like, here's the hand-me-down crib and rocker.
I hear you.
You know, like I want it to look nice. And Easton was like battling my mom on going, so I drive us there.
I wasn't battling.
Almost-
They went to pick up mirrors, which is totally fine, and I am going to interrupt. They went to get mirrors. That's totally fine. Go pick out your mirrors, leave them there.
We did. It's exactly what we
can go-
did.
Well, that's the other thing.
And then we
told-
asked you to go pick them up. And you
And-
said you and Lauren go.
No.
And
You
the
asked
people
if I
at
could
TJ
go-
Maxx
No.
could put them in the car and then you'll get them out of the car when we get home.
I said, you guys said, can you come in Landon's car? I said, he is not here. I don't have a car to
right.
fit them in.
Right. So then we came home.
I would have picked them up. All I'm
And-
saying is, and Lisa goes, is it that hard to spend time with your
I'm
mother? I
gonna
was like,
light you
all
on
you had
fire.
to do is
I'm
say,
about to light you on fire.
light me on fire.
We did say that.
I'm
We
sweating.
arrived at the house because you couldn't bring Landon's car to us. You said we can't have 3 people in the Range Rover. You said you and Lauren just go and have the people help you. And Mom goes, well, it's a bunch of women who work there. And you didn't flinch. And you said, you guys get them in the car. And when you get back to the house, I'll unload them. So what turns out is me sobbing in the car being like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Oh, so it was you and Lisa.
yes.
Oh.
My
Would
mom
have picked them
feels
up
so.
later.
What do you mean later? It was later.
It was like noon. They closed at
No,
6.
it wasn't. What are you talking about?
2?
I didn't even get out of the house until 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Okay, so it was 2. All I'm saying is, I would have gone and picked them up. I've done that before. Me and Mom went. We bought stuff. I went by myself, picked it up. All I said is, grab the mirrors, purchase them. I'll go back that night. Here's the thing.
He
load 'em
was
up,
very adamant that
unload
he
'em.
was not going to do it. That he would unload them
At
once we
that
arrived at the house.
time.
Okay. Got it.
All right?
Yes.
So I lost my goddamn mind.
Okay,
And said,
sobbing.
I'm fucking done. I'm giving birth in 5 weeks. Everyone step your fucking game up.
I hear you. Number 1, 100%. I'll be over I'll be over tomorrow with a notebook. We're getting all your, or today, we're getting all your stuff listed.
We're hanging.
Number
We're
2,
getting the room. All I'm saying is, I would have done
You're
it.
watching it.
I
You're
would have
watching-
done it.
This is how my whole life works. Vanderpump Rules, family life. When I hit 1 million, then people are like, all right, well, everything's going to change. I'm like, this didn't have to happen, right? You realize I've been pretty fucking
But
chill.
being in her life, we've always done it, but she just hits a million.
Don't-
Somebody get me some water?
Oh, yeah. Let's pull up when I was in the 13, 7th grade.
Oh, don't you feel,
Hasn't
though,
changed.
I will say with the comments, don't you feel good about this? A lot of people say your second child, you're more chill. You're like, what? Do you feel good about that? No?
More
like,
chill?
Yes, being more chill, being more like, we're good, being more, I don't know, you've been so chill. Do you not feel chill?
Do you want to fucking
No, but like with
reback?
Ocean, you've even said with Ocean, you were like, we got to get this and this and this.
Yes,
and with,
yes,
I wasn't there
that
for
does feel
Ocean,
good.
though. That's the other thing. So I can't compare.
You weren't. Oh, okay.
I was pampered with Ocean.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it was also COVID. So that's a
Not
big
so much
thing.
this round.
Well, this round was not COVID, so you can just hunker down because life wasn't stopped. Right? I do believe that as well. Because you always say that when you were pregnant with Ocean, it was COVID.
Do you want to know why I work for myself? So that I make the rules. And the rules are, I'm ready to be fucking done. So go get the heavy shit for me.
Did you get the mirrors, you and
We
Lisa?
got the mirrors.
Okay,
Because
good.
we're two bad bitches, obviously.
And shout out TJ Maxx. Hell yeah.
Who put him in the car? Lisa B?
Yeah, she did. And you know what? She didn't even ask me to help her. She carried them out on her own, didn't say a word because she felt so bad that I had just sobbed the entire way there.
Yeah.
And then I got out because she was like, I can't get them in further. So then I lifted them and, they were getting like stuck on the seat. So we handled it.
Do we
I
need
got 'em out.
TaskRabbit to install?
I need a
No.
TaskRabbit
Because-
ASAP.
Yes. So if you're listening, TaskRabbit, we love you. And come through with a
Give me
makeup.
a hot free TaskRabbit.
For real?
No. I thought you said that the other man that came in, he was a redheaded man and just
He was great.
the business was done.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry I
him
lit
back.
you on fire.
It's fine, and I'm sorry that I didn't help, but I promise you it would have been picked up.
Just do a little better. Hello, my gorgeous friends of Give Them Lala. You want to know something? The robots have gotten pretty good at what they do, but they definitely cannot pour passion into what they make or give an item a human touch. But with Etsy, you can find something handmade, handpicked, or designed by independent sellers who pull from their unique experiences and bring their whole hearts to their small shops. Discover hand-blown glassware, reclaimed furniture, personalized jewelry, hand-picked vintage pieces, custom-designed artwork, and so much more. I've told you about some of my own Etsy purchases. I've gotten so many cute things for O. I got this amazing ring that says Ocean's name on it. I've also gotten her customized books and clothes, super cute puzzles. That's why I go to Etsy when I'm buying gifts and even stuff for myself. I know there's a person behind the item I'm choosing. So the next time you're shopping for yourself or someone special, choose extraordinary items handmade, handpicked, or designed by small businesses. Keep commerce human. Discover small businesses on Etsy. Mauricio locking lips with Nikita Khan, who is 33 years old, at the airport.
33 is decent, though. No?
What is he? 60?
How old is he, Easton? I know you looked it up.
54.
I don't think that's bad. I'm telling you, it's so.
Here's
What do
the
you
thing,
guys think?
I don't think so. Here's how I look
That's
at it.
20
I don't
years.
think it's
I think
like
it's way
that.
way too much.
33 is mature.
It is, but also how I look at it is I'm 31. I know 33-year-olds. Looking at a 54-year-old man, I could not look like that man talking to the 33-year-old because I now know how a 31-year-old would look at me as a 54-year-old man talking to a 33-year-old.
What are you talking about?
Get
What
your
do you
shit
mean?
together. It's weird.
I zoned out.
No, like I know he's 54 talking to a 33-year-old.
Okay.
I could never do it because I look at him as disgust. So now when I hit that age, I could never do it because I know what I think of that man.
Right. You know how
So
people
it's
are looking at you.
Yes.
In
and
a
that's where it's-
shorter way.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's disgusting in my opinion. You're a good-looking dude. You have a business. You're very successful. There are beautiful women your age that are successful and things like that. It's go for your age.
Yeah, her
and
names Kyle Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it
But
is.
he doesn't
and you
get
fucked
her
it up.
anymore.
No.
He
No,
fucked it up.
and you fucked it up.
I kind of think it's great. I honestly would have expected
gross.
if I saw a
Do you
photo
agree?
of him and a 23-year-old. Yeah, come on, grow up. But 33, in my mind, she knows what she wants. I looked at her Instagram. She's an actress. She seems like a hustler. I don't know a ton. She wants Mauricio. Get Mauricio. He's hot.
He is. I don't know.
I don't know. That's how I feel.
From my point of view, it's
This
like
is
Mauricio.
where I would say he's hot
And
for an
successful.
older man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I can talk about it because my ex was not hitting like Mo.
Yeah.
But 20 years, the way that I look at chicks, and I was that chick, right? The way I look at chicks who are dating older men like that, I look at them and go, the money is definitely not fucking worth it, babe. I promise you. I promise you. It ain't worth it.
And even if it's not about the money. That's the
that's
other
my
thing.
point.
It's
I just think-
you have nothing in common. Sorry to cut you off. Go on.
No. I cut you off. You say you have nothing in common. I think that men are so, this is my thought.
Stupid?
Men are so stupid and immature. I almost feel like 33-year-old women with 50-whatever-year-old men, maturity levels sometimes match up.
Okay.
Energy levels sometimes match up.
Okay.
You want to be Mo and be like, I'm going to be out partying. I don't know if this is true, but he seems like, I'm going to be out partying, doing my thing. It's like, and sometimes you want to just chill at home and watch him. Like, to me, maturity levels match up. I'm 32. If I met, we'll touch on this at the end of the pod, but if I met a guy who I clicked with who was a little older, I think I'd be like, okay, we click and like he's hot and this works. I don't know.
Can I tell you my thought on older men?
Yes.
And this is strictly my opinion, okay? I find that older men do not want, we hear about how women are, hitting new heights. They're independent. They don't need men. Those women who truly embody that, like independence, right? They don't need anyone to take care of them. Older men are not turned on by that. Older men want someone that they can take care of, who needs them, who they can kind of like take under their wing and feel like the protector, feel masculine, right? It's the younger generation of men who I think are really, really into the independent woman. There's no threat. They're excited when their girl has something going on. That like makes them excited. They're excited to go and support their chick. Older men like the girl who needs saving.
That's a great point, and you said this to me last week, and I totally agree.
Again,
I think
just
that's
an opinion.
so attractive. No, and people our age, it's so attractive. They respect the hustle. I've noticed, like 30-whatever-year-old men, it's like, do your thing, get your bag, girl. Like they respect the hustle versus the older men who might say, oh yeah, I support you, respect your dreams, and then all
Do you
of a
need
sudden,
money for your new endeavor?
yeah, or like,
I'd love to back it. Fuck you. That takes away the independence.
right, or like, so when are you gonna stop with this little dream of yours and
Right?
have a baby? Oh, what? I thought you were supporting this.
I'd really like your endeavors to be cooking, cleaning, and raising the children.
It's like, wait. They like to be all talk about like, I support you, and then I don't know this. I'm just saying from what I've heard.
That's just what I've seen.
Yeah.
I've never
Okay.
experienced that, but yes. Okay.
So we're torn.
We're
Whether
torn.
we
I say go do your thing, Mo, with the girl.
do your thing, the marriage
girl.
is
And that's
clearly
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I'm torn about it too, because like you just said, girls do. They mature very quick. So a 33-year-old could be on a 45-year-old, an old soul.
Even
That's very
some,
true.
Yeah,
that
sex
is another
drive
thing
too.
is I would need to know her to understand that relationship, because maybe
think
I'm far off.
Yeah, I think it would be hard for Nikita because people love Kyle so much. And the reason I saw this thing, this blurb about them, was because a Bravo account had posted it and said, I hate this so much. And I'm like, I'm going to talk about it on the podcast about how much I hate it too. So anyway, we wish you the best.
We wish you all the best. Thoughts and prayers.
Chin up.
I love when you say thoughts and prayers. Dorit, Erica, Kyle, and my fave, Lisa Rinna, celebrated their birthdays in BH. They're all Cancers.
Okay. Wow.
And so they had their little get together, which I absolutely love. I love a group of chicks who has like this. My mom has it with her friends back home, and she still goes back there to celebrate all of their birthdays that are in like September and November.
Mhm.
And there's something about a group of women who come together to celebrate their birthdays that reminds me of the end of Sex and the City, where they cheers to Samantha turning 50 with the cake. And I'm just like, God, I love a group of fucking girlfriends.
Love it. Those
so
are fucking
fun.
soulmates, I think.
Because I liked that crew. And Rinna gets so much heat for things. And it's like, guys, let it go. Kyle's going to dinner with her. Even if Kyle don't care, why do you?
I know. Right. And we talked about this a couple podcasts ago. She's a bad bitch, Rinna.
Yeah.
I mean, they all are.
Everyone needs to start listening to Let It Go.
By Demi Lovato. Or
No.
Frozen.
by Frozen?
By the
Demi
movie
Lovato
Frozen.
sings the very
The
end.
cover?
Yes. But Idina Menzel played.
Indina
the rest.
Menzel.
Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel. Do you guys
Is that
ever
how
see?
you-
Did you ever see
Is that
the
how
clip?
you say it?
Did you ever see the clip of John Travolta announcing her, and he goes, Adele Dazeem. He goes, by the wickedly talented. He's at an award show and he's announcing her to sing, and he goes, the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. And everyone's like, Idina Menzel. And she's like,
Did I say it okay?
Yeah, yes, yeah. He's like out of his mind. I don't know. No
Was he
offense.
drunk?
I don't know.
They serve a lot of champagne at those award shows. Oh my hell. Anyway, happy birthday to my fave 4.
Happy birthday.
I have to give a huge thanks to NYX for hooking me up with some fabulous nursing bras, tanks, and leak-proof underwear for after the arrival of Baby S. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm already wearing the leak-proof underwear because baby girl is sitting right on my bladder. I know it sounds a little unsexy, but hey, this is real life, and I'm moving so slowly these days that I need that extra protection. So NYX, and it's spelled KNIX, their leak-proof underwear are so comfy, and they come in a range of absorbencies, which makes them perfect for light bladder leaks, sweat, and for periods. Their colors, prints, and styles are endless. Bikini, boy shorts, thongs, high-rise, and you can even do what I did and match the leak-proof undies with one of their perfectly fit wireless bras. And you can get those up to a G cup. And thanks to pregnancy, I'm nearly there. And finding the right bra size was no problem because NYX offers virtual fitting that's so easy and it's free. With their amazing leak-proof lines in maternity, swimwear, shapewear, and more, NYX has you covered. Millions have switched to NYX, including me. You have got to check them out. So go to NYX, KNIX.com and get 15% off with promo code LALA. That's NYX.com, code LALA for 15% off. KNIX.com. Moving on to, we all watched.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
OC.
Maybe.
OC is 2 episodes deep. The season starts, we're doing episode 1 and 2. Shannon's kids are like really, really freaking grown now, right? Like we've seen them since they were tiny toilet papering their friends' houses and being grounded. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now they're like going to college. One of them studying abroad, saying you haven't lived until you live in Paris. And everyone's like, okay. And they're dealing with the aftermath of Shannon's DUI. And they're very vocal about how much they hate John Jansen. Okay?
Don't we all?
We all hate John Jansen. Okay?
He's like a prize. They're talking about him like he's a prize. Sorry,
No,
keep going.
he's the freaking worst. Okay?
I
And the whole bit of like Jesus Jugs being like, I walked into the Quiet Woman and we just knew. It's like, no, you walked into the Quiet Woman. You wanted to be on TV. Johnny J has a weird obsession with Shannon and wants to hurt her at all costs. And that's how this came to be.
The Quiet Woman, though, there's something there, right? Because someone made a comment on one of the blogs I was looking that was like, and that probably hurt Shannon so much more. Did Shannon and John used to go to the Quiet Woman or something?
No, the Quiet Woman is just like a well-known, it's like the... You know how, yes, you know those like places where people go all the time. It's like the Quiet Woman, if it could be inside of Watch What Happens Live, it would be.
Oh, so it's, okay.
It would be
Got
like Lisa Rinna's bunny, Tamara's implants, and like the Quiet Woman.
Would it be like comparable to like Sir, maybe, or maybe not that. No.
No, because Sir
Sir's
is like
in the Bravo one,
Yeah.
right?
Sir
Okay.
is like the backdrop
If it were
for
to
the show.
be,
But
it would be the
everyone is like,
Sir.
I was at the Quiet Woman. I
Okay.
went to the Quiet Woman. Like there's
Okay.
so much shit that's happened at the Quiet Woman. And it is fantastic. I have been
Okay.
before like the Quiet Woman was a thing.
Okay.
Tiny Tot. Now I go because I'm like,
It's in
the
OC.
Quiet Woman. Yes, it's in
Okay.
OC. So it ends with I want to get the relationship between Shannon and Jesus Jugs out of the way. How do we feel about Jesus Jugs? Easton? Jesus Jugs is dating John Jansen.
Yeah.
She's in the pink with the straight hair.
So here's the thing. It is what it is. Find love. I don't care. I need to find more of it. We all hate Johnny J, right?
When
That's
you guys
his
say
rebrand.
Jesus Jugs,
Yeah.
did I miss? Are we talking about Alexis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Jesus
haven't
Jugs.
watched from the
You
very
haven't seen
beginning.
them first?
Oh, like I was
So-
like, okay. Keep
When they
Tamra
have
in one of
the-
the episodes says, "You are psychotic, Jesus Jugs."
The talk outside when they're all watching like cockroaches and then scatter when they walk back in. I loved that. I feel like they could have had more of a, I don't know, could have been more, what's the word I'm looking, productive. It could have been more of a productive
Conversation between Shannon and Jesus Jugs.
Yeah. But, and here's the thing that I don't know and I would love for other people. I did like how when they go and they grabbed like the things and she was like, what do you want to fix for the friendship in like 2024? And she said that she wanted to fix it with Shannon. And I did like it, but Shannon says that. But I want to see, like, Shannon should let fucking Johnny J go.
She has, though.
But has she? Because she shouldn't care. She should look at him and her and go, good luck with that fucking guy.
She
like,
did.
You're still hurt. I get
Exactly,
what
but
you're,
she
she's
still is
hurt.
taking that hurt. And that's the other thing is she said, I would like to fix this. And Shannon goes, we'll never fix it. It's like, so where is the hump that you need to get over to be her friend? And I get that she's done shit dirty, but then look at it from a sense of she fucking saved you. Look at what this man has put you through in your whole life. Let it go and just see what she can offer you as a friendship and let all of the rest go. I'm just somebody who can stop looking at the negative to hurt yourself
Easton,
and start looking at
Shannon
the...
didn't respond that way, though. Shannon didn't say this will never. Shannon
No,
said.
she did.
I thought Alexis said the thing about the friendship, and Shannon, to me,
she
Shannon
started
was
walking.
so poised because she responded and was like,
But
"That's
no,
very nice."
But no, she did. But
Oh.
then in her interview, she said, what are you talking about? That will never happen.
Because she just came off of sitting outside and she's saying, the way I look at you is you took $300,000 from me. And that's true. She was married. Jesus Jugs was married to a man who sued Tamra and sued Shannon. And even though your name wasn't on the lawsuit, you were with this guy. And Jesus Jugs says we weren't married, you know? And it's like, it doesn't matter. I
You were a force
associate you with that person.
Duh.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, it also doesn't feel good that I've had nothing but horrific experiences with this John Jansen person. And now I have you who's dating him on the show and in the inner circle. The way that Alexis talked to Shannon about Johnny J, it was like, what planet do you live on? It was like watching The Boy Is Mine.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know at what point it clicks for a woman that when there's a man who has treated his ex a certain way and you think you're special and it would never happen to you, you're up in the night. You're next.
Yeah.
Let the man and the way he treated his ex be a window into what your future holds.
And that's
That's
where I'm
so
saying,
scary.
Shannon, let it go and just look at this from a whole different point and go, now I can see how I looked dating this man or married
She
to.
is saying
And I
that
know.
though. Shannon came off so well. By the way, she
So
looked
well.
so fucking
No, she
hot.
did. I will say she
Stunning,
looked great.
poised, keeping
The way she
herself
handled
together.
with even, what's her name, Tamra, when they were in the hall, I thought she handled that very well.
Okay.
But no, how I look at it is Shannon has gone through a whole bunch of shit. Let all of it go, and I know she has.
That's so much easier said than done.
I know.
It's very present in her life. She has to deal with an entire DUI situation now.
And
now-
I've been in a boat, and it's let
a
it
boat.
go, and let everything hit you, and just Just
It's
look
wild
at
that you're
everything
not
from
seeing it that way.
30,000 feet.
Because it feels like she is, though.
is.
Okay,
She
and that's the
feels
thing.
like, think about Shannon.
I'm going off the interview of her saying, like, I would like to be friends with you. And yes, you don't have to be friends, but I'm saying look at it from 30,000 feet, say it is what it is, bygones be bygones, and just now view her as you look dating Johnny J. And maybe she is. I could sound like an idiot because I haven't seen a whole lot of it. But for me, in her interview, there was still holding on to something of like, we'll never be friends. And it's like, you know what?
Maybe they won't.
And they
by
won't.
the way,
But
when
don't-
she was sitting there and Alexis read the note, Shannon, all she said was that was nice.
No, that was
It was
nice.
nice.
And-
Never gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
But that was
Well, then
nice.
someone
It was.
else, who was it that said, like, maybe you should stop fucking her ex? Was that Tamara?
Yeah.
Which is like, that wasn't even Shannon. And also, I didn't even heavily watch beginning of OC, but think about that Shannon before versus now would have, like, I think, gone off.
Well,
I think
that's-
she
You
would
don't
have.
got to be close. All I'm saying is maybe this girl got you out of the shit that you needed to
Well,
get
that's
out.
absolutely
you,
true,
yeah.
Easton. There's a girl who got me out of my shit.
Yeah.
And guess what? You'll never have the luxury of breathing my same air. Like,
Yeah.
just because you got me out of the shit doesn't mean I'm trying to be your homie.
True.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
it
Yeah.
is. She's on, I mean, let's let the elephant in the room, she's on the show.
That's
She's on the
other
show.
thing, and
Exactly.
there you go. And you gotta, you're making a show. You gotta be in the same thing.
She is.
Yeah, and that's I
Pulled her aside, said,
respect
let's
that,
talk.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
because we know people who didn't do that.
Shannon Bador has been, and I've always enjoyed watching her, and I've always enjoyed how authentic she's been through every season. That woman has never shied away from who she is and what she's feeling. She's had some very unhinged moments. The fact that Alexis was the one who looked unhinged and you made Shannon Bador look like
She was seen.
I know. Yes.
never happened ever. Ever.
He really always does look whack.
Yes. Hyper emotional. And here we got Jesus Jugs being like, there's the door, Shannon Bador. It's like,
And now
oh,
we
God.
know what
How
Johnny
many
J does
times
to
did you-
women. This is a Johnny J.
Oh, but how many times did you like rehearse that line? It felt like that's embarrassing.
Who
for
knows?
you.
People thought I rehearsed the line of like taking the trash out. And that was actually, when I came up with that, I was
Yeah.
like, that was fucking funny.
Right?
I was talking about taking trash out, and I was like, you did an ad for this. I'm confused. Everyone was like, how long did it take you? I was like,
You can't
in the
rehearse
moment,
that.
on the spot.
You
in the
can't
moment,
rehearse
bitch.
that, else it wouldn't hit
that's
the
why
same
I'm
way.
here and you're blogging.
I think Shannon's
No, I
the
like the
winner.
way she looks.
I love her energy. She looks stunning. She feels,
Let Jesus Jugs be taken down by Johnny J.
and also it's almost like, do you guys feel the energy that like Jesus, or I'll call it, that Alexis feels like she's won? And I'm like,
You didn't win.
You got because she got the man, and I'm like, but you got the man that we don't like. Nobody likes him. She has the energy of like, but it's like the promise ring, and I know we're getting into episode 2 now, which like, no, it's promised ring. What? The promise ring. Yes, promise ring. Promised ring.
What's the difference?
There's no difference besides the
None.
fucking D.
The D?
No, my whole thing is when you look at a man who has treated his ex a certain way and you think you're special, guess what? He and his ex, that's how he looked at her at the beginning too. They didn't meet and he was, really mean to her and she was like, I'm going to stay with him.
Yeah.
No, it happens over time. You will soon be treated the exact same way, I promise you. I love a great deal as much as the next person, but I'm not going to walk through fire just to save a few bucks. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. So when Mint Mobile said it was easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan, I called them on it. Turns out, it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month. The longest part of the process will be the time you spend on hold waiting to break up with your old provider. To get started, go to mintmobile.com/Lala. There you'll see that right now, all 3-month plans are only $15 a month, including the unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with you, as well as all of your existing contacts. Find out how easy it is to switch to Mint Mobile and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Lala. That's mintmobile.com/Lala. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Lala. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speeds slower above 40 gig on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for details.
Okay, so then let me ask you really quick, cutting to, this is a different, but really quick because I want to get your thoughts. So let's just say like Lenny, right? Lenny and his chick. Do you think eventually...
Miami?
Yes. Eventually he will cheat on her? Is that, do you think, how it works?
Yep. James said it perfectly. Season 6 about who I was with.
Yeah.
He's going to find a hot new blonde and you'll be done.
So you
That's
think
just how it works.
That's how it works.
With narcissistic men, they don't know how to be committed, and they get bored. It's the new shiny object, and you get their rocks off, and then it's like,
moving on.
I need to move on.
It's back to
I'm
the
bored.
Mauricio.
Absolutely.
He's got the 33-year-old. When she turns 36, he's gonna go. I'm gonna go find that 32-year-old.
I had to learn the hard way. That was a tough pill to swallow, and it's
but
all good.
instead of leaving, they just find the new shiny object and keep you right there?
Yeah, because they got to control you. They got to control you while they fuck around, and that kind of gets them off too. They're like, oh, this is fun. Johnny J is finding pleasure in torturing Shannon by dating Alexis.
I was just gonna say,
and if Alexis doesn't see that, that makes me sad for her.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, it's definitely, she's sold on, yes, we will get married one day.
Well,
you didn't win, Alexis.
God
You're not
be
winning.
with you.
You're with this man.
Right?
Yeah.
That, and I feel like he still has Shannon on his mind, and he's hurting Shannon by dating her. That's his rocks off.
These women are beautiful too. What is up with this? This
With
man.
men?
well, that's
With
why it's
men,
like the
men
boy
suck.
is mine.
Ugh.
Jen.
Shaw.
No. Jen opens up about being evicted, and Gina is the one who kind of vouched for her, saying she can take care of the rent.
Question.
Yeah.
I want to ask you: is it her place to be saying that she was evicted when she was the one who vouched? Do you think that's her place?
What do you mean?
What? I don't understand.
What's her name got evicted?
Jen,
Jen got evicted.
right?
I'm terrible with names.
Gina?
Gina was the one who got her the place and said, I
She's
vouched
solid.
for her.
I vouch for
Yeah.
her.
So when she didn't pay rent, do you think Gina has the right to say to everybody else, like, yeah, I fucking vouched for her and she didn't even pay rent?
Of
Because
course.
I do. I
Of
feel
course.
like, yeah,
Of
I vouched for
course.
you. Now it is up to,
She
I
did.
can say
Yeah.
whatever I want because it is now my vouch that got you here.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, you're on a TV show together, my love. Jen, when she's like, it's no one's business, you signed up for this show, it is everyone's business. And whether it's fucked up or not, I don't know. But bottom line is, you're getting evicted and you're talking about it. You're talking about being evicted. Gina is talking about how she's working her ass off to support her family off of real estate, and she helped you get into that place.
And you cost her 50
Well, she
G's.
allowed her to pass the
Yeah.
credit check and all
Yeah.
that. That being said, I do think Gina, and again, I know this is episode 2, but I think it could have been 100% you say that because you're messing with Gina's business. You really screwed her over. But Gina coming at her, it was the one thing about like the take care of your kids. I was like, no, why did you have to say that? I didn't love that she brought the mom stuff into it. Obviously Jen's going through some shit. I wish
What is she going through?
she's going through like when she was crying to her dad and being like, I needed you here. Like you really helped me. She's living in a house that she's like, it's, the kids are getting used to living in a house that's not theirs. Like I'm sure that's
Get it together.
weird.
You're
Yeah.
46. Get it together.
I just think coming after her
Crying about-
parenting that's the one thing.
I don't
But here's
condone
the
coming
thing,
for the
you-
parenting,
Yeah.
but get it the fuck together.
Get it together for sure.
But
And
again,
here
the
what?
parenting is find your fucking kids a place to live that you're not getting evicted from. That to me is the parenting of it. Like be a parent and make sure you have a home for your kids. It wasn't coming at like a different angle. In my opinion, it was make sure your kids have structure. What are you doing? Get them in a house that you can afford.
I don't find it to be it was not a productive conversation. Things got very heated, and Jen remains very level-headed, and I will always give her credit for that. She's had 2 seasons so far that she has stayed on point. She's interesting, level-headed. Gina, I love because she's a straight shooter. She's from New York. She doesn't pull punches. She tells you, like, I would trust that bitch with my life. This is giving a little bit of scrub behavior. You relied on your ex. Your dad is, I guess, somewhat wealthy or has some money because he's helped you. And now you're moving into Ryan's home. But when asked, what does Ryan do? He doesn't have a job. Well, that seems like you're now throwing your kids into another unstable situation. In your interview, you're saying the Pilates studio only pays me $50 a workout class. I suggest you get
multiple.
This is my most favorite fucking line. Weeds, okay? And Nancy goes into her weed dealer U-turn. It's her new weed guy. And she's like, how am I supposed to pay my bills? You keep upping my debt. And he bends down and goes, get a fucking job. And that's now what I say to people when they're like, I don't know. Get a fucking job.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Like $50 a week or $50 a class. It seems like you have some time on your hands.
Right.
Well, do 2 classes a day or 3.
And also
$200 a day. It's not the greatest, but that's a job.
Because I did read something that was like, that said about her glam, because it was the whole like, I'm seeing her getting glam done.
That was so hard to watch.
Yes. And people were like, well, breaking the whatever wall, her glam is for her job. Let's not forget this job is a TV show. But what's so great about this TV show is you can have a job and they will film it. So it's like, you can have a job and be on the show. And like, you know what I'm saying? They're mutually, it's not like you have to be like, well, the TV show is my job, so I have to not get another job. Does that make sense? Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever
like
you
your
start
work.
will be filmed.
Yes.
You can benefit what you have into creating something and having that filmed.
Yes. Like literally you in the office.
You're in that boat.
You can get a job and
take
be filmed.
advantage.
Yeah.
At 46, I feel like you should have it
know.
together. And guess what? It's not just the glam. You've got hair extensions in. You got a furry vest on with a Gucci bag. Like, at least walk in here looking like a homely bitch who looks like she's struggling. You know? Like, how you going to walk in, decked to the nines, pull up in your Range Rover and be like, I got evicted. This is screaming LA.
Sell the Range Rover, get a Camry. We love a Toyota Camry. Get a
Corolla.
Jeep. Get a Jeep. Jeep Patriot basic model 2016. I promise you.
And you can lay down the seats and sleep in it.
Yes, you sure can.
Yeah.
No, but not the kids.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I've never seen any scene more like California, OC, Los Angeles. It's what the public sees. What you go home to, no one's got to see that.
Yeah.
My dad said when he was doing a house in LA, he was like, it was wild. I got picked up in a Rolls Royce by this guy. He had a Rolex on. He had wads of cash, and he took me to his like 1-bedroom apartment.
Is that house poor? No, that's when you have a giant house and like no furniture. That's something else.
Oh,
poor.
that'll be me though.
I don't know what it's called, but
I mean that's wild.
Did you know today is a great day to warranty? Well, actually, every day is a great day when you're not worrying about your appliances and home systems. And that's what you get with American Home Shield Warranty. I signed up with American Home Shield the moment I decided to buy my house. With an American Home Shield warranty, unexpected breakdowns like a leaky faucet or faulty water heater won't break the bank because covered repairs and replacements are taken care of, just like that. And not by me, my mom, or Easton. We wouldn't know the first thing to do if something stopped working in this house. I just contact American Home Shield when a covered item breaks, and their trusted and qualified pros will fix or replace it, based on the coverage limits in your agreement. So having that sort of reassurance from American Home Shield is something to celebrate. When it comes to protecting your appliances and home systems, don't worry, be warranty. Visit ahs.com/GTL today to get 20% off any plan. That's ahs.com/GTL for 20% off any plan. For more details, see ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
should we jump into Jersey? It's going to be very quick.
Snoopy.
You know what, though?
Yeah, tell us.
Where bitches are out here putting their lives out there and we respect it. So
Yes.
Joe cutting the tree, I died. I fucking died.
Hold
Him
on here.
climbing that thing.
First of all, when she goes, as long as he didn't kill any of the living trees, and she goes, he didn't. All I saw was just living trees just getting croaked down. I was like, now you fucked some good ones up.
But like, how do you not kill the living tree?
It's
called
I don't know. I'm not a
timber.
tree guy.
I know. She kind of lost me. She's lost me a bit. You know, there was the shove that happened between Jen Aiden. Jen Aiden shoves Danielle. Danielle takes her glass, I think it was plastic, and busts it on the side of Jen Aiden's face. I was like, that was a little extreme, but I think if someone had pushed me that hard and had insulted me over and over and insinuated I stole from a charity, you may get the 1-2, you know?
Don't touch me. Yeah.
Don't touch me. See, that's why I feel like I've never been physical, because no one's touched me before. Yeah. But I think I'd get enraged.
The second their hands are on you, don't touch me or my things.
Yeah. So I was like very much into Danielle. Then they're at Teresa Giudice's panel. She's doing like a live podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, Danielle's making comments to Jen Aiden, who's just sitting there being like, I can't believe the church didn't burn down with you in it, or however she talks from New York.
You talk like her.
And then on her way, and Jen just sits there. And then on her way out, Danielle walks out and she bends down and goes, by the way, you look like shit. And I'm like, what was the point of this? You lost me. What are you doing? And she's talking to Fuda at the little play date for the girls about this, and she's so proud of it. And I'm like, it's not something to be proud of.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, and it's also nothing to be proud of that, like, you talking about back in the day, how your dad watched you get into, like, a physical altercation, and he was like, fuck yeah. It's like,
good for you.
What?
And she goes, that's what sticks in your mind when you do something like that and your parents are behind you. It's like, oh, that's where you go to prison later on in life.
If I ever got into a physical altercation at school, okay, my mom would light me on fire. I'd be sent to boot camp.
100%.
If I ever laid hands on anybody, my mom would have sheer disappointment.
Yeah.
And go, where did I go wrong?
Especially if it wasn't in defense. If they didn't lay their hands on you first. My dad always said, if you get hit back. But did not say hit first.
My mama would be like, why was there hitting at all?
Right?
Use your words.
And never after if I had ever been in one, my dad wouldn't come up and go, good hit.
Never.
Like,
my mom would be like, who are you hanging around that they think physical violence is okay?
So
I'm
Jersey.
Changing schools.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's definitely lost me. Dolores remains the fucking boss bitch of Jersey. She will never ever be wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
She's fucking badass. Okay, so she is talking to Jen Fessler, another like kind of boss bitch. And they're just talking about like how the group is kind of fractured. They need to go away. Have you talked to Fuda? Because Fessler and Fuda are good friends, but they've had kind of, a splitting of the friendship because there's so much toxicity within the group. And Fuda is like, how could my friend Jen Fessler go and talk to Teresa Giudice when Giudice has spoken so poorly about my husband and accused him of being a drug dealer? I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, have you heard of The Godfather?
Especially in Jersey.
Right? Down your alley.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
So Fessler and Fuda finally sit down. And I think as they're talking, this has to do with like emotional intelligence. And you can just tell Fessler has way more emotional intelligence than Fuda. This is not an insult. This is just something that I believe comes with age, where you can tell what Fuda is saying to Fessler. Fessler's like, I want a rebuttal, but I don't think she's fully capable of understanding where I'm coming from. Again, not an insult. I truly believe that comes with age.
Yeah.
And they finally get to a good place, which I think is really sweet because it's kind of like big sis, little sis. And to see how Fuda just seemed like so lost when Fessler was talking to Teresa, even though I felt like Jen Fessler was always having Fuda's back.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter. Like, she could not hear what Fessler was saying. It was like, you talked to Teresa. I don't care that you defended me. Just leave my name out of your mouth when you're talking to her. So it was sweet to see them kind of get back on good terms, I guess.
Yeah.
They are going to all go on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
How do we feel?
What I've heard is there is no reunion. We've been hearing talks that there's like an alternative reunion.
So you think this trip is going to be a shit show?
I think it might be a shit show.
But how do you not have a reunion?
No, there is a reunion, right? There's just like a different style. Like I would,
That's
like
what
parallel
Andy,
filmed.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I don't
the
think it's going
reunion is
to-
what makes the season kind of come together with everybody talking about it. So it's going to be weird. I
You
guess,
can't
or
come
different.
together with two groups of women who hate each other.
You don't think they're filmed like side by side, like parallel?
Even
No.
two different
One and
rooms
one.
or something. I don't know.
The
Gotta figure something out.
I think they're naming it an alternate reunion, just to like keep in the spirits of Housewives and like what we've been doing for, over 100 seasons of Housewives. But it's just too toxic. So I think that I know that Teresa and Melissa come to blows at the finale.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that. There's just so much that's happening where it's like life changing. You've got like the legal system involved, things that are hard to shake off. And Dolores thinks that this trip now is going to really help the group kind of heal. She says, sometimes you fake it until you make it. That's how I was able to co-parent with Frank Sr. is you pretend and then all of a sudden you kind of trick your mind. And I kind of agree with that. There are chicks who I don't dig where I pretend to like give a shit about them and like kind of laugh. And I'm like, I'm kind of having fun.
What?
And you said it before with confidence. You were like, I wasn't confident. I faked it. And then I became confident.
Yeah, you can trick your brain. Your brain is not that smart.
Yeah.
Right?
Your brain. Trick your brain.
Trick your brain. There's many compartments in the brain, right?
I'm all about faking until you make it.
Fake the left brain fakes the right brain out.
Well, it's the whole thing. Get up and smile, even if you feel miserable. And if you smile long enough, you start to be
Believe
happy.
it. Yeah.
Or you turn into the Joker.
Or you turn into a psychopath.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Let's jump into our aches and reliefs of the week. Jess, you want to start us off?
And relief. Yes, you guys. My ache and relief is in one. So, I will address the Kyle stuff now.
Are you gonna cry?
Probably, but
Do you want
maybe
tissue?
not. No, I think I'm fine.
Would you like my sweater?
Sure,
Give
I'll
her
use your sweater.
something.
I'll use my sleeve. No, so Kyle and I, thank you. I love you though. Thank you. Okay, I'll start it off on a light note. This past weekend, I helped Kyle set up his dating profile. So you guys know we're on good terms. Kyle and I split back in April. And it was I don't know why. It's like, okay, I'm taking a breath. Kyle and I split back in April, and it was me who called off the engagement. We, came to a point where Kyle's always been consistent. Kyle's always known what he wanted. And I, started my viewpoint on a lot of things started changing. And, we were and are, I consider truly best friends. He's the most incredible soul, truly the most incredible man. And there were just conversations that had to be had after we got engaged. And, we just realized I was starting to have different viewpoints. He always, like I said, remained consistent. We always had a plan for our life and where it was going to go. And my mind changed, and I don't know if it's evolved or I was growing in a different direction. So I called off the engagement. It was, really difficult at first, and it still is, but we are in I think, a good place. We just respect each other. There wasn't something specific that happened. It was really just tough conversations that had to be had. And like I said, we had a plan. Like, he moved to LA with me in 2020. We like packed at the U-Haul and our dog and moved here. And his mindset, he wasn't going to move to LA. He was probably going to stay in Nashville. And his mindset was like, are we doing this? Are we forever partners? And my response was like, yes. And he moved to LA and with me. And then, you know, it wasn't like this past year. I think we've been having some deep conversations on our different viewpoints for a while. And I think that, you know, as soon as we got engaged, I was like, okay, we really need to dive deep into these conversations. So all of that to say, we are not together anymore. And I will say this, he is literally one of the greatest humans I've ever.
It's okay, Jess.
He's literally one of the best people I've ever truly met in my life. Like, he is like, you don't find them like him. He's like consistent. He's kind. He's like, knows what he wants. He's a go-getter. He's like stable. And I won't get like too much into it, but in every aspect of life where I feel like you find a lot of men who you're like, yeah, they're kind, but maybe they're not like mentally stable or whatever. He's a really fantastic person. And whoever he's just like, he's ready to get married. He's ready to have a kid. And whoever is like the lucky one who gets to be with him forever and who gets to be like his partner and his wife and like the mother of his child is going to be the most lucky human ever. Like, she's going to be very, very lucky. He's an incredible person. So, all of this to say, we really respect each other. He's on Hinge, ladies. So, definitely swipe, because he did. Like, this past weekend, again, it's been a while, but it's been since April. This past weekend, he showed me his profile, and I was like, Kyle, no, we gotta fix this. Like, what is this photo? And I was like, what is this prompt? Like, the things we overhauled his profile, because I'm like, this isn't you, and you seem like a little weirdo. So we changed his photo, and I was like, this is better. He's just the greatest. He's like fantastic.
You're like a really cool ex-fiance.
Well, I mean, you know, it was like, so I, thank you. We did that. We overhauled his dating profile. And like I said, I don't know sort of where our lives are going to go separately, but I think, and I pray and hope forever, like, you know, we just stay good friends. He's a one of a kind.
I think you will stay close.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So he is, there's my ache and relief. Thank you guys. Everyone who's like DM'd me has been very sweet and been like, I feel like something's off. Like, we just want to know because we love you. And like, I thought it was fair. I talked about him all the time. We got engaged. Everyone was congrats. And then all of a sudden, like, I stopped and it was quiet. So thanks for being patient. And these two and like my LA family, Lisa, they've been just like so supportive and great. And Lala's entire team, like her agent and just everyone's been, I've had so much support and it's been really beautiful. And we're moving along and everything's good. I feel good.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you guys for giving me that time.
Of course.
Okay.
We love you.
I love you both.
And you're also a prize, and whoever ends up with you is going to be extremely lucky. And I think the way that you handled things was just a testament to how much you respect the relationship that you have and had. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, you know, they start going off the rails and, you know, you didn't. You had the tough conversations, and I think you should be really proud of yourself.
Both of you, yes.
Thank you.
Not a lot of exes would be doing their profile for dating.
But we're thrilled. But think about how weird that would be. You've been in a relationship for 7-8 years, and now you're like back in the zone, and you're like, I don't know what to put. Like,
I know. I'm like, Kyle, that is a LinkedIn photo. You need something
You
cooler.
want to know I'm business savvy. Come on.
What is that? Okay.
All right.
love it.
Ache and
TT.
relief.
Yes.
My ache, we're coming in on like the winter, the fall, and I have eczema.
No. Is this
I
new?
know. No, I've had it forever. And like, it's not like it doesn't, what is it? It's not prominent.
Oh, like
You can't see
Where
it. What
is
is the
it?
word? So I have it usually.
It's not visible?
Yeah.
But how do you know
Oh,
it's there?
no.
Because it itches,
Itches.
and I usually get it in like the fall and winter. So I'm getting it here. I'm getting it on the back of my leg.
Oh,
and then a little on my ear because I have it. So my ache is it's getting dry. I am looking. So yeah, that's my ache. And then
I
my
have hella eczema cream because I have a baby that has eczema.
Yes,
so we've
okay.
got you covered.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I'm just
Air
scratching.
itching. Okay.
And then my relief is going to Utah.
Oh, yeah. We go to Utah this
And
week.
we're gonna see some friends, some family. We're gonna
Yeah.
do some fun things. So.
Yep.
Is Lisa so
Family.
excited?
We're all really excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
So that's my relief. Quick and easy.
I'm going to second that as my relief. I have not been back to Utah in years. I can't wait to take my baby. We're going to stay in Park City and we're going to make s'mores.
Love it.
I'm going to take her on, my older brother said, I'll take Ocean on the Alpine slide. She's going to have the best time.
Wait, what's an alpine slide?
It's just a slide
Oh, okay.
that you ride like these little
So it's
carts.
like a plastic like half circle, and then you get in a cart, and then you push forward to go fast. So it like you just go down.
Oh,
it's like a roller
fun.
coaster, but you're in charge of your
Right.
speed.
Fun. Okay.
So we're going to do all of those fun things. My ache is I was having a little party at my house over the weekend, and I walked this little kid up the stairs to show him the playroom, and all of the sudden, like, my arms and legs went numb, and I could not breathe. And it took everything in me to not pass out and just make it to my bed. And I was trying to yell for my mom, but again, I was really struggling. And I was very, very concerned.
Oh, La.
It's a tough ache
Here.
and relief.
I know. This is emotional.
So I'm going to see my OB this week, but it was really terrifying. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I've heard that she could be sitting weird. But I felt this like overwhelming amount of guilt because I've been complaining a lot about my just like aching and just wanting it to be done.
You may complain and things like that, but you know how blessed you are to be in the position you're in, and that's all that matters. Is
That's not how the universe works.
Yeah. If you didn't know and you were selfish and didn't care about the people who really struggle to get pregnant, yes, it would be something. But for you to know that and you to have the right mental and for your higher power to know where you're coming from, this isn't you having to deal with it because of your complaining.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't that. And pregnancy is uncomfortable.
Yeah,
It is
this
what
one
it
has
is.
been.
So I don't want you to ever think that you've complained or complained too much, because you have not.
And also, even if you have, you're in there.
Yeah.
Pregnancy's uncomfortable. People complain. It's all relative. You can't, be like, oh, I complain, but people can't get pregnant. Yeah, it's all relative. It's your experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you for saying that. And my mom got my OB on the phone, and he was telling her just like I positioned myself in a different way, and all of a sudden I could breathe. He was like, I do want to see you next week. I want to check your levels. But he said to me, is baby moving? And like, she was definitely active. Like I said, she hasn't stopped moving. He was like, oh, okay. I'm less concerned now. He was like, he said it's such a different pregnancy than your first. And I think that's what you're basing it on. But I want you to remember that baby we were really worried about, even though you felt good, we were really worried about what was going on with baby. This seems to be, you're going to have a larger baby. And I was like, fuck. I mean, great, but fuck.
You knew this. You knew this. We knew this.
And she could be positioned weird. He was like, I really need you to start staying off your feet. Like, don't overdo it during the day, which I have been. And I think I've been overdoing it since second trimester.
Being on your feet and being
Just acting like I'm not
Pregnant?
a pregnant person and being like, I'm so tired all the time and I don't know why. And it's just different.
Yeah. Can you tell us how you're feeling right now, though? Did it go away quickly? Are you feeling a little better? Has it come back? Just so people who hear this might know.
Yeah.
I feel okay. I still do that thing where like walking from the car to the building, it feels like I did a burnout. It feels like I did a bunch of squats and then started walking. So I'm not great on my feet right now. Walking upstairs is like I have to sit down. I just don't have a lot of energy.
Is it because this baby moves so much as well? Does that take energy? I have no idea how pregnancy works.
I don't
But if your
either.
baby's kicking and moving, is that taking energy from you? And which is great. I know it's shitty that you don't have energy. But if she's kicking, moving, doing a whole bunch of aerobics in there, could
She's definitely
that
active. I think it would be more.
take away from your...
I don't think the movement would take away from it. I think her positioning would, though, because I feel her in my rib cage. She's in there making herself right at home. Wow, that was a fun podcast that I sobbed during your ache and relief. You guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode. It was very fun to get back to the Bravo roots.
Yummy.
Babies
in the
babies in the esophagus.
situated.
I hope you have a happy hump day, and I'll catch you next week. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.